Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a video that's probably going to be one of the most popular videos I will probably ever release in this time. Other than the straight pipe video, that video is at 700 and something views now, which I'm really thankful for that, and that is awesome. I'm probably hoping for it, I'm hoping for it to get to 1,000 soon. I'm expecting probably in a week or so it's going to be at 1,000, which is awesome. Can't thank you guys enough how much that means to me. And I'm hoping this video is going to be on up there on that too. I'm going to try to break everything down as best as you possibly can. I know there's other people that have made this video, plenty of people that made this exact same video over the same exact topic. But I'm really going to go into detail for power wise and daily drivability, and just depending on your situation, what car is going to be better for you. They're both phenomenal cars. And let's be honest, you can't really compare one over the other. They're both great. They're both awesome. And of course, somebody's gonna love this car more than they do the Speed 3. Even if a Speed 3 owner may love this car more than a Speed 3, and a guy in an ST may get in the Speed 3 and say, "Hey, I like the Speed 3 more." And also, another good thing about this video that I don't think anybody else has done is you're gonna have me. I daily drive a Mazdaspeed 3, and you're gonna have a guy that daily drives a Focus ST, and that is a great comparison because he daily drives this, he owns this, and I daily drive a Speed 3. And so, of course, for me personally, I love my car more than I do this one because I built that car a way around it. I love it. All right. I'm not gonna say mine is better, but like I said, I'm gonna go into detail in this video, and of course, all you Mazdaspeed guys are gonna just be like, "Oh, we're just waiting on him to say the Speed 3 is better. I hope he doesn't say the ST. I hope the other one doesn't say the ST." We all think the Mazdaspeed 3 is better, and the Focus ST guys are gonna be like, "Hey, we think the Focus ST is better." And really, I'm gonna break it down as truthful as I can get, and I'll just tell you guys what I think at the end after all this, which one is the better overall car, and that's probably pretty much all I'm gonna get to in this video, and we'll go ahead and get on the road real quick, so we'll see you there. Also, I forgot to mention that if there is anything I miss out in this video that I forget to add in that I was gonna say, then I will making sure to add a clip in while I'm editing this. If I see something that I forgot to say, something like that I was gonna say, then I will go ahead and add that. So we'll get right to the road. So guys, we're gonna first of all compare stock to stock, like which is better stock to stock. And realistically, if you're going for speed, then the Speed 3 has 263 horsepower and 280 torque from the factory. Focus ST has 252, 270 torque. So Speed 3 is probably faster stock, but I mean the Speed 3, even fully modded out stage 3, is known to make like 10 more horsepower than this.
Yeah, because like this one, it's 252 horsepower, 270 torque.
Yep.
Okay, and Mazdaspeed 3 is, and yours is 263.
Yep.
280.
Yep.
Okay.
So
they're a little bit, pretty similar. I think his this is a 2.0, and yours is a 2.3.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, it's a bigger 4-cylinder, so it's already got a head start on this one as far as power.
I don't know what a Focus RS has internally, but same size engine as
as yours,
as a RS engine, the same. That's what mine. Yep. It's just RS is all-wheel drive,
right?
Of course,
right.
And then Focus RS probably has different engine internals, meaning pistons, different stuff. Probably makes different compression than mine does.
And the turbo's probably it's probably a little bigger, because it's it's like 350 and 350 horsepower and torque.
Yeah. Stock.
So
And Focus ST, it's going to be about even, you know, because he's a stage ahead, that evens it out a little
bit. So basically, you're a Mazdaspeed 3 stage 2 versus a stage 1 ST
is definitely going to win the race, probably.
It's probably, or no, let me put it this way: a stage 2 ST versus a Mazdaspeed 3 stage 1, it's going to be about even because of the horsepower difference. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Mine is a stage 3, right?
Yep.
I know it's a stage 3 and yours is a stage 2.
Yep.
And they're they're just about even. You know, this might be a little bit.
This is probably a little bit faster because he has a freak tune and I'm just on a Cobb map tune.
The only difference is the E tune. You know, I got a freak tune, and he's just got the map, you know, regular tune. But even though mine has one stage higher than his,
and also you guys will probably see a dyno video in the future over mine. We already know what this made stage 3 as it sits right now, but we do not know what mine's gonna make now because we got dynoed them when I was stage 1 and he was stage 3 freak tune. His made 290 wheel, and they said that the dyno there reads a little higher on torque, but I think it was like 420 pounds of torque, which like I said, they said that reads just a little bit higher.
I would say it's probably like the high, it's like 380 torque, probably more of a 375, 380,
and that's
370
like,
torque.
That's like the thing.
You know,
the thing is, his made 290 wheel horsepower, but here's a little pull. Go ahead and talk about, you know, like I just said, his made 290 wheel horsepower, stage 3 freak tune, right? Mine, they are known to make around 300 wheel stage 3 and freak tune. That's what they're known to make around there with an E-tune. So there's that. Like I said, about a 10 horsepower difference.
Now this one is a 2014 versus yours is 2010.
Yeah,
so
which the 2013 Speed 3, well, I think it was 1011 was like the exact same car, and then the 1213 Speed 3 just had like a small difference. It was nothing big. Like, it wasn't anything power-wise. It was like inside. I think there was a different radio that was more modern, but it still was not as modern as like the 2014 Focus and up. So there is that, and that's more of a daily driver mod, is, you know, having a touchscreen radio and all that. Yeah. So that's where the Focus ST wins.
Right. As far as you know, upgrades and everything, you know, you get your best bang for your buck with this.
Yes.
You know, even though, you know, mine's got 94,000 miles, you know, it's probably worth, if I was to sell it right now, even with the upgrades I have, I'd probably sell it for $13,000.
Yeah.
Versus, you know, you bought yours for what, 2010?
It was
like 8 or 9,000.
It was 10, and it was marked down to 9. But it had 128,000 miles on it when we got it. Now, Speed 3 is like a 2013 Speed 3. When I got mine, if it had, like, say the miles this has, were easily like 13,000. They've went down a little bit since then. You can probably get a 2013 with lower miles, under 100,000, for probably around 11 to 12,000. That's around what it's going to be at.
Yeah, at least.
And also, you know, with mods and stuff, if you go, Focus ST is cheaper to mod than the Speed 3, because I think the stage 1 is just intake tune, right, on this, and then stage 2 is a downpipe.
Yeah.
Is that it? Just a downpipe?
See, stage 2, I think is a downpipe rear motor mount.
The rear motor mount's in stage 1. That's what it was.
Okay, rear motor mount stage 1. Stage 2 was the rear motor mount. Downpipe?
Yeah, downpipe. Downpipe was stage 2.
Okay.
And then I think stage 3 is just the intercooler.
Intercooler.
And that's it.
Added to it?
Yeah, that's it. So roughly, if you buy Cobb stuff, that's around, let's see here, if you get an airbox, I think it's around $400.
Yeah, see.
With the intake, and then rear motor mount's like $150.
Yeah.
And then the downpipe is like $650 because it's a catted downpipe. And then the intercooler is like $1,000. So
I'd say you're looking at
almost $3,000 with all that.
I'd say about 2,500. 2,500 is about a stage 3 is what you're going to put into a stage 3.
And then can't forget accessport.
The accessport.
So probably a little,
$3,000.
Yeah, $3,000.
$3,000.
The speed 3 to go stage 3, you have to get. It's like it's in the fours. Well, I mean, of course, if you get different company, a catless downpipe is cheaper. So there is that. Same thing with this. It may not be that much, but stage 1 is accessport and rear motor mount, and then the intake.
Yeah.
I think if you just get the filter, that's stage 1, but there's stage 1 plus if you have the full like short ram intake.
See, the only thing I really don't have as far as upgrades is an intake, cold air intake.
It just has an aftermarket filter, K&N filter.
Right, I don't have the intake. That's the only mod. This thing is modded out except for the intake.
Yep.
Basically.
And then stage 2 for the Speed 3 is downpipe, turbo inlet hose, and fuel pump internals. People always say get fuel pump internals first, which I would recommend that also, but it just depends on the car. Everybody says you get an intake, it's going to run lean. You don't get enough fuel, but for my case, my car did not run lean. It was fine until I went stage 2, and then I got the fuel pump internals. So stage 2 itself is like the most expensive part, other than, well, I think the difference is stage 2 is expensive, but so is stage 3. So that's kind of what keeps your price up, where everything on this is kind of, I guess, cheap all the way through until stage 3, because the intercooler is the most expensive part. Well, I wouldn't say that too, because stage 1 you got to get the access port, so that adds a big amount. But for stage 2 with mine, you know, you got to get the fuel pump internals, all that. Then stage 3, also another $1,000 for the intercooler. And mine isn't stage 3 yet, so I can't really tell you anything about that. I know what the power they're supposed to make with Freak Tune and all that stuff, or stratified, whatever you tune it with. It's around 300 wheel.
Yeah, basically all you have to do is get you an E-tune.
Yep. Even if you're stock and you get an E-tune, I mean, of course, I would recommend fuel pump internals first, because that's going to be useless if you don't. But with fuel pump internals, it'll liven the car up a lot just off of that. Now, I will say, with a stock intake, it's going to be hard for you to run higher boost numbers because, well, that's turbo in the hose also. Because like my car, I didn't know that the turbo in the hose was like a have to have kind of deal for the stage 2 to hit the boost numbers that it's supposed to hit. So I got everything for stage 2 other than the turbo in the hose. Couldn't get it to hit over 16 pounds. Well, I could get it to hit 16.5 pounds of boost, which was what was on the stage 1 tune, and couldn't get it to hit any, well no, it may have just been 16 pounds, somewhere under there, but I could not get it to hit 17 pounds until I got the turbo in the hose, and then since then I did. But basically,
like this one, you're gonna get more. Like just a minute ago when I did that pull, I think I was in 4th gear, and I got almost 22 pounds of boost.
Which you're supposed to be hitting 25.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be hitting 25, and the other day I hit 23 on the interstate. So I haven't hit 25.
But that's because you don't have an intake. Intake's more airflow to your turbo, going to cause it to spool up quicker. All that.
The last time I've seen this car do 25, Justin, when we were testing it, you know, doing the E2, doing the test, he hit 25. Remember when he did the 3rd gear pull? But other than that, 23 pounds of boost is the highest I've had this one.
I was gonna go ahead and talk about probably turbo size too, but comparison between this and the Speed 3. From what I've heard, there's another little one. From what this does, but it's not going to be like a huge difference. And also, what also kind of adds up to that, the Speed 3 is more laggy turbo wise than what this is, which also, you know, they're two different size engines, two different sizes make different compression.
Yeah,
so for you guys that don't know, higher compression spools up the turbo faster, but you can't run as much boost. Lower compression allows you to run more boost, doesn't spool up the turbo as quick, and you can run a lot more boost, basically.
Yeah, that's why this one, you know, it's supposed to do 25 pounds boost.
Yeah, so mine being the bigger engine probably makes a little bit more compression than this does, and that's why it doesn't run as much boost. And also, even though mine's a bigger turbo, it may not be rated as much pounds of boost as what this one is. I know that doesn't sound like it makes sense, but that somehow how things work. And trying to think of, we could go down to handling and stuff comparison.
Yeah, I don't know much as far as handling wise.
As far as handling wise, I would say
because they both got rear motor mounts.
Yeah, before this had the rear motor mount, it seemed like it had a lot of body roll.
Yeah, it had. Yeah, yours. Of course, I don't know. We've never driven.
Yeah, mine when I bought mine, it had a rear motor mount already, so I can't compare stock to stock on that.
Yeah, I know this one I think would probably have more torque steer to yours.
I mean, with the tune, obviously, because you got a lot more torque than me.
It don't really have much now with the rear motor mount, and
it still has quite a bit. It has more than mine.
I just now, and it didn't. Really cool.
And also, I'll go back to the turbo size again. The thing I've noticed about this car compared to Speed 3's, where this kind of loses races at, I guess I should say, is the power on this. Since it is a smaller turbo, you know, smaller turbos are known to have high power down low in the RPMs, but kind of lose it up top. Well, my car, compared to this one, pulls harder up top than what this one does. And well, stage 3 to stage 3 freak tune, you know, that would be, of course it would now, but since mine's just stage 2 on map tune, this one probably still pulls a little harder. But what I noticed before the freak tune was that still, even then, it kind of fell on its face in the higher RPMs, where the Speed 3 just kind of keeps going. And even when we went to the dyno, his graph, it goes up because its torque's so high. It goes up and then it just instantly falls down. Yeah. Everything falls down. On mine, it goes up and kind of stays there until probably around closer to 6,000 RPMs. It starts diving down quite a bit. Yeah. But the power lasts longer. But part of that could be too. Well, we're doing another pull.
See, it did torque steer a little bit.
Yeah.
You feel it?
Yeah.
I felt it. Look, I got 22 that time.
Yeah.
A little over 22 pounds. That was 4th gear.
Yeah. Trying to think about, well, I guess I'll go back to, you know, handling. I guess stock to stock, when you get on this car, boost doesn't hit as hard, obviously, because, I mean, the Speed 3 is obviously more powerful stock, so there's that. And torque steer, everybody says with the Speed 3 that it has a crap ton of torque steer when you compare it to like the ST stock. Everybody always says that, but the rear motor mount is supposed to prevent that. And I've always driven with a rear motor mount, and mine has not been bad. I notice, like, say you're going around a corner or something and you get on it a little bit, it'll jerk it plumb out of your hands if you haven't driven this car a lot, and you don't, well, my car a lot, and you don't, you know,
yeah,
you're not experienced.
Like up here, I'll show you a little bit.
Yeah.
On this curve, but it's not. I'm not obviously gonna, you know, go crazy because it's a, you know, curve.
Yeah, but
you just got to be careful with these cars. If you ain't familiar with them, you know, they're not, you know.
And here's the thing that everybody gets,
blow your mind.
which I'm gonna make probably a hilarious video in my Mazdaspeed 3, and probably would relate to this car too. It's very similar. Well, it's specifically Mazdaspeed 3, I guess, because there's a Mazda 3, and everybody just thinks it's a Mazda 3, thinks it's their mom's car. Same thing with these. But I guess I'll compare how the cars look stock. Alright. This car is a great looking car, so is the Speed 3. This modified on the outside looks phenomenal. The wide body, I highly recommend wide body on this car. It looks amazing. But the Speed 3, I think without wide body, kind of wins the ticket on looks wise.
Yeah,
and that really depends.
It's got a little more sportier look than
and it depends on how you make it look too. So there is that, and wide body with a Speed 3 I don't think is really ideal. No, I don't think it's really ideal. The Speed 3, it just doesn't fit the Speed 3 really. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sorry if any of you guys have a wide body Speed 3 and I offended you because of that, but I'm just not a fan of it, and not many people are. It's just not really, the car just doesn't look right wide body, in my opinion, at all. And
like this one, I think it looked good with a little bit of lowered a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
I think any car, I don't care what it is, if you lower it a little bit, it just adds that better stance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether it be Mustang, you know, whatever it is. I totally agree. Now, I'm not talking about slamming. I'm not into the slamming stuff. But
I am, depending on what it is.
Me personally, I like a little lower stance. You know, I think it looks pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But like here, see it. Man. See, it's got it.
I'll go ahead and say what I was gonna say a minute ago, because we just changed conversation about what people in these cars kind of deal with about, you know, their front wheel drive. That's obviously, somebody's like, oh, your car's front wheel drive, that sucks. And it's like, yeah, that does suck, but I didn't like it at first when I got my car.
Yeah,
I could not stand the fact that it was front wheel drive, but like now that I've driven and everything, it doesn't bother me one bit.
Yeah, I'm used to it too. I've never had a front wheel drive car.
Well, but sports car. You've never had a front wheel drive sports car.
Yeah, with a lot of, you know, decent power. And you know,
everybody with the V8s and stuff automatically say, oh, your car is slow. It's a 4-cylinder. All right, that's understandable. And you can say, oh, my car's 4-cylinder turbo. Well, it's like, oh, my mom's car has a 4-cylinder turbo. You got to take into mind though, your mom's car probably has a 1.5 liter. This is a 2. Mine's a 2.3. And STI, well, I don't know about STIs, the WRX is 2.5. The 14s are. So, and they've changed the motor up a little bit. So I don't know exact on the other models, but I know it's a 2014 is a 2.5 liter. So, but I guess we can just compare, you know, these cars, the two. Overall daily driver, this wins the ticket, this car. And for you guys that were Mazdaspeed 3 owners and were hoping I was going to say Speed 3, I'm a Speed 3 owner, and you automatically, everybody, when they clicked on this video, was going to assume I was going to say the Speed 3. But that's not true. Daily drivability, this is your car. I hate to offend you guys that are Speed 3 owners, but it's just, it's more. And also around the 100,000 mark, these are known to be more reliable than the Speed 3 is afterwards. The Speed 3s are known to like time and chain problems and stuff like that. So there is that. And but I would say what gives this a daily drivability is just the inside. The interior is more modern, that kind of thing. That's what wins this one's daily driver ticket. Now, if you want to just go fast, then the Speed 3 is your car. Alright? But
it is cheaper to go faster in this one than it is yours.
Yes. There is that. But if you don't plan on modding the car, Speed 3 is your ticket.
Right, and you don't care about, you know, the heated seats.
Yep.
Navigation.
Well, I don't know. I think the 2013 might have heated seats and navigation.
And all the bells and whistles. You know, of course, this one's the one. You know, this is loaded out package.
This is the top package for the ST, so it's got the Recaro seats and all that stuff. And now the interior of the Speed 3 looks amazing, but the dash, it kind of loses its place because it's not as modern.
Yeah.
Which
it's 4
for
years,
me, I don't care.
It's 4 years older.
Yeah. Well, the 2010 is.
Yeah. I'm not saying, is the 13 similar to yours? I don't know.
Yeah, the radio's different, I think.
Just a little different.
Yep. But that's probably, I guess about it for that. And then I guess we'll say, Speed 3 wins the one for the faster car. We're gonna do a pull. Also, we'll say with a freak tune, your mile an hour for this car gets a lot higher. I'm sure it does in the Speed 3 too, but that's pretty different. But anyways, for daily driver, like I said, this car is I think wins the ticket. And for, I guess, more power, my car. And then looks wise, that's you guys. You look at the car, you tell which one you think looks better, and if you want to go off looks, then buy whichever one you think. Personally, I think Speed 3. What would you say?
Yeah, the Speed. Yeah, I think the Speed 3 is more sportier, got a better sportier look.
Yeah.
This is more plain Jane, but if you fix this one up, put your mud flaps, your spoiler extension, do a few little upgrades, I think
it looks really good.
Yeah, it looks good.
Both cars are beautiful cars.
Yeah, mine's just plain Jane. I ain't got
Look,
really.
here's my thing that wins the ticket for the Speed 3's beauty is the body lines.
Yeah,
the body lines that car has makes it look beautiful.
Right. This one's just just a 4-door Focus. Now the RS's,
they look really.
They look good. They got the
I actually saw a wide body RS that slammed enough. Gatlinburg. I'm sure some of you guys may have been there. Depends on what area you're from, but or you've probably been to another slammed enough. I'm sure some of you guys have seen wide body RS's, but this one in particular is just beautiful. I've seen wide body RS's, but this one just was.
Yeah, the RS's are nice.
It was bagged. Still had the RS blue, but had a all kinds of stuff, side skirts, whatever you could think of, and it just looked. It was the most beautiful RS I've ever seen.
Yeah,
so.
I like the RS's.
And
just stock.
Yeah,
they look good.
There's some beautiful Speed 3s out there too. I mean, it's crazy how beautiful these cars can be compared to how they look stock. Like splitter, a lot of people don't get splitters on my car. Well, they do. Of course, a lot of people get a splitter, but I've seen a lot of people that have all kinds of stuff done, but they don't have a splitter. And a splitter for my car, just like makes it look so much better. Same thing for this car.
Yeah,
this car on stock ride height with a splitter would look so much lower, which would make it look so much better.
Yeah.
And it kind of doesn't have that rounded off look at the front. And that's what I don't like about mine without a splitter, is it just is rounded off at the front. And I don't like that. And also, this car looks more angry. And, Speed 3 is happy.
Yeah.
A happy car. Not only when you drive it is it going to put a smile on your face, it smiles back at you when you look at it. So, and I think that's probably whatever you have to say.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, both cars are awesome. They're 4-cylinder turbo cars. I highly recommend either one if you're looking for this type of car. They're good on gas.
That's another daily driver thing that's good about them.
I think mine gets like 28 miles a gallon. I'm not sure what yours gets. Mine
gets around 24, so that's better. So there you go, daily driver again. Like I said,
they're and even on road trips, you can go on road trips, in these cars, and and they're pretty comfortable. These seats they hold you in pretty good.
You personally don't like them, but I think that's the way you sit. His sit's kind of funny, I guess, and it hurts his hip.
Yeah, me personally, if I had to do it over again, I would have got the seats, the leather where it's soft on the bottom, what's it called, the partial leather and
I don't know what they're called. Like my seats are cloth, but they're leather on the sides.
I like cloth seats. I think these seats look really good. I love the looks of them, but as far as they don't give, you know, they're really, you know, but that's just me. And you know, this leg right here just sits up on the seat. I guess it's the way I see it. I don't know.
This is gonna be a really long video too, but we went back to multiple topics and kind of talked about the same thing, and I'm sorry it was scattered out, but I'm trying to get everything in as possible of what, you know, what car is best for you, you know, which one I really think is better.
Now, I do think the cool feature on this, you know, even when I first got it, was the gauges.
Yeah, it's got, from stock, it's got, well, the Speed 3 does have a boost gauge stock.
It's got a boost gauge, which is cool. I do like that about it, but this one's got the oil, what's it got?
It's a boost?
The boost gauge, oil gauge, and temperature gauge, which is pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, your oil pressure, boost gauge, and then oil temperature gauge.
I think that's a cool stock.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool feature. Like the Speed 3, even on the accessport, you can't get the oil, what's it called? Oil temp gauge. You can't get, I mean, you could buy one and get it set up, but from factory, it does not have a oil temperature gauge. So there is that. You do have coolant gauge, which you don't have that on its stock. You have to have that on the accessport, which I do think is kind of a thing that kind of sucks on the Speed 3, because it's nice to know when your car is warmed up, because if it's stock, I mean, obviously you're not gonna just drive it out there and then just start ripping it.
You gotta.
You're obviously gonna drive it for a while first before, or just let it warm up before you even drive it at all.
Yeah, that definitely comes in handy, that oil temp gauge.
I think that's probably about gonna be it for this video, though. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just please making sure, drop a like, subscribe for more content to come in the future. Next few weeks or so, there's gonna be some cool stuff coming, which you guys saw in last video. And I think that's pretty much it. Don't forget to stay positive. Peace out. I forgot to add this in. This car, once you get, you know, the you take like an aftermarket intake, this car has a little turbo flutter too. So if you're for turbo sound, you can get a blow-off valve straight to what's it called, vent to atmosphere. You go straight to vent to atmosphere with this, and you got the psh sound. And then this also flutters a little bit, but it's really hard to tell to hear the flutter. It's not like a car with this, like a bigger turbo that you hear and it just goes and you hear it like loud and clear. It's not like that. In my car, I've never heard it turbo flutter, so there is that. But I do think that the blow-off valve on this car, it sounds cool, but it's not like, it gets old. Like, it's not I just don't like the vent to atmosphere sound. Like, if you go in a WRX or my car, the way that the blow-off valve or bypass valve, whatever you want to call it, sounds, it has a lot cooler of a sound, I guess, because it's recirculating. So you do have like the psh sound, but it's not like it's not so loud, and it has more of a detail to it. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure blow-off valves, different ones sound different, how they release air. And that could be why mine in my car and the WRX sounds different, but, well, mine's aftermarket. The one in the WRX I'm talking about is not, but you can still hear it. It's pretty clear as day. And I think, I haven't heard this car with an intake, but with like mine's, you know, I have a full intake turbo in the hose. Once you get all that, you can hear the turbo spool clear. It's very clear. It's pretty loud, and just never gets old.
Yeah, the blow-off valve, to me, that sound, at first it was pretty cool.
But now it being so loud and it not having,
you know, it's
like the one in my car doesn't really, like, it gets old, but it's still like, it's like, oh, that sounds cool, and it can be addictive. But in this car, I kind of didn't find it that way. I
didn't really buy it for the sound. I know that sounds stupid.
Yeah, when he got a freak tune, he bought it because he's gonna be running higher boost.
Yeah, and I thought, well, maybe I should upgrade the blow-off valve or whatever.
Yeah, because there's more boost pressure.
And then when we got to putting it on, the blow-off valve, the aftermarket one, come to find out, it already had an aftermarket bypass valve in it.
A blow-off valve.
Or blow-off, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
But you couldn't hear it before. That's the thing.
No, but it was one that you don't hear the.
It was one that was adjusted to where it wasn't so loud. It was an adjustable one.
So since I bought it, I just, we already had it apart. I was just like, yeah, we'll just put it in, whatever. And so now that's why I got it.
I'll give you guys a little pull real quick.
This is fourth gear.
All right.
Let's see.
So I thought I should probably go ahead and make this part right here. That basically what we picked was overall car as in daily drivability, Focus ST, if you want power, and personally we both think the Speed 3 looks better. I guess we should probably say which one we would both overall pick if we had the choice to buy one or the other. And for me, of course, I would buy the Speed 3 again just because I'm better. I just like it. That's just my thing. I'm not sure what he would pick. I mean, we forgot to add that in the video, and it's kind of late at night, so I can't really ask him. And but maybe in the next video I will put what his answer was of which one he would pick if he had the choice to buy one or the other. And I would probably ask him that, and my answer was kind of expected, but probably also thinking, why does he keep talking over the other dude? And while I was making this video, I kind of had like a dead set mind of what I was going to talk about, and I knew it was going to take a really long time to get it out, and it did. This was obviously a super long video, and I kind of told him my plan of what I wanted to do, but like every time he mentioned something, I kind of forgot what I was going to talk about exactly, or I couldn't finish explaining it. And honestly, I probably should have went about the video as in, I guess kind of making what I was going to say about the two cars compare. And then keep in mind, I don't know if you made it this far in the video, because this is a long video. I doubt a lot of you guys will make it this far, but I hope you guys do, and if you did make it this far, I'm very thankful for you. But pretty much, I probably should have went about making the video, and then him being there for me to mention everything, and then me and him both, pick our opinion on which one it was that we would rather have. And pretty much, so I'd like to go ahead and say just thank you guys for watching this video. Please make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and turn on your notifications. I never said that, but do it so you know when I upload immediately. It'll give you a notification on your phone, and that's pretty much it. And just don't forget to stay positive, guys. And in this crazy time, I've not really mentioned that in my videos, but crazy time we're going in, I just hope everybody's staying healthy, safe, and all that stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Like I just said, don't forget to stay positive. Peace out.